Hi friends, Telly here with Doodies, wanting to shoot a quick video about winter service. One of the questions we get asked often is, do we provide service year-round? Do we go during the winter months? The question is absolutely yes, we do. We've always done it that way. The way we see it is your dog doesn't stop going in during the winter months, so why should we? So there's a lot of benefits to doing service over the winter months. It obviously makes your yard usable if you want to do snow activities, sledding, if the kids and things like that. Kids can play out in the yard without fear of stepping in poop. And the big thing we see too is after doing it for this many years, we'll generally see multiple melt-offs over the course of the winter months. They may be short-lived, we just have a couple days or maybe a week at most. And during those melt-offs is when the benefits really kind of come into play, where we can kind of get everything caught up before the next snow falls. So people really like that. Otherwise your dog's trampling in it and tracking it in the house and that kind of thing. So we see a lot of positive feedback based on that. And then as we approach spring, we're gradually getting the ways cleaned up before the final melt-off. So that's just kind of helpful. We're getting it so the dogs, there again, it's just minimizing any tracking that the dog's stepping in it, tracking it indoors. There are some challenges due to winter service. As there are in any season, we encounter challenges year-round, so we like to be upfront about the winter ones because that's the one that we get the most questions on. We will work around the weather as much as we can. If we're going to get snow, we try to move your days up or we'll delay them to try to work around it. The only exception to that would be is if we get a week of consistent snow, which makes it really hard to recover from. We run 6 days a week right now, and so if we get multiple snowfalls, it's really hard to take those 6 days and try to cram them into 2 days and get everything taken care of. So if something like that happens where we get a week of solid snow, we may have to outright do a cancellation of visits for that week. But that's rare. It doesn't happen too often. The other thing we may see is if we get extremely cold temperatures like sub-zero, we may be able to see waste, but it's so frozen we can't break it loose. That doesn't happen very often. Usually, again, that's kind of short-lived. And then as we approach spring, one of the things that's probably the most frustrating part that we see, we're excited for spring to arrive as we're getting close, but one of the things we see is those days will warm up into the 40s, but then they'll cool off and freeze overnight. And so we begin to see a lot of ice, which can freeze up gates, and we'll be able to see ways, but it's so frozen in ice that we can't get it. So we don't have equipment that will chip it out of ice. So a lot of times we're at the mercy of Mother Nature before we're able to get that. It will vary based on each yard. Some of them are more susceptible to ice than others, and it just may take a little time for everything to melt off so that we can get it all. Beyond that, winter service has been very popular. The vast majority of our customers do go year-round, and we've had a lot of positive feedback on it over the years. So if you're looking for a dog waste provider that does provide year-round service, we would be happy to help you out. Just give us a call and get a hold of us.